Ever heard of blue energy? No, I'm not talking about some sci-fi fuel or mystical ocean power. This is real renewable electricity harvested from one of nature's simplest tricks, mixing fresh water with salt water. Right now, where rivers meet the sea, a silent energy exchange is waiting to be tapped. Let me show you how it works. Picture two tanks, one full of fresh water, the other full of seawater, separated by a special membrane. The magic happens thanks to osmosis. Water naturally wants to flow from the freshwater side to the saltwater side, trying to balance out the difference. As it moves, it builds up pressure enough to spin a turbine, or, as ions flow through the membrane, generate an electric current. Think of it like a never-ending, invisible lightning strike powered by the world's rivers and oceans. The theory has been around since the 1970s, but for decades, it just didn't work at scale. Early projects in Norway and the Netherlands fizzled out because their membranes were clunky and inefficient. At best, they squeezed out just 1 watt per square meter, about enough to power a fancy LED bulb. Not exactly world-changing. But here's where things get exciting. A French startup called Switch Energy is flipping the script with a breakthrough called INOD, or Ionic Nano Osmotic Diffusion. Instead of old-school membranes, they use bio-sourced nanotube sheets. Imagine a filter with pores only 10 nanometers wide. This tiny tech lets ions flow way more efficiently, and suddenly we're talking 20 to 25 watts per square meter. That's 20 times more power per area, and at a tenth of the cost. It gets even better. Blue energy is constant. Rivers keep flowing, tides keep rolling, rain or shine. There's no carbon emissions, and the water goes right back into the environment with almost zero disturbance. Studies are ongoing, but so far the ecological footprint looks minimal. And if blue energy takes off, it could supply up to 15% of the world's electricity. That's a game changer. Switch Energy is already testing this tech at the mouth of the Rhône River in France, where it meets the Mediterranean. Their Osmotic pilot plant is set to go live by the end of 2024. First, they'll produce a few dozen kilowatts, but the goal is 500 megawatts. That's enough to power a city the size of Barcelona, Amsterdam, or Montreal just from mixing river and seawater. As climate change brings more fresh water from melting glaciers, the potential for blue energy actually grows. And as costs keep dropping, blue energy could soon compete with solar and wind on price while providing power 24/7. So next time you see a river flowing into the sea, remember there's a silent, renewable powerhouse right under your nose. Blue energy might just be the next wave of clean electricity.